Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths, you awakening to the narcissist is something they never expected. They really didn't want it to happen. Narcissists love it when you're asleep. They have full control. They know that you being a chosen one, an empath, will just pour supply into them. And they know they have a continuous source of supply by you remaining in this asleep state. Right? They know that they'll have you in this permanent state. You know, the longer you stay asleep, the more you'll pour out supply. But the issue victims face is they wake up usually after the encounter with the narcissist involved in their life. Or, alternatively, they wake up during and inform the narcissist involved in their life. But either way, you know, the problem occurs because you'll feel like you want to tell them, you know? And oftentimes, you don't really want to wake up a narcissist. Not all the narcissists that are in your life were awakened narcissists. Some of them may have been, but you don't really actually want to tell them, you know. You don't need to tell them, you know. You can, but you don't always have to. You know, some of you may feel the desire to tell them, to inform them about you waking up to them finally. You've woken up to the abuse. You've woken up to what they are. But realistically, you don't really need to tell them, you know. I can understand that it will give you some sort of closure, some sort of clarity by informing the narcissist that was involved in your life that you've woken up. But really, what you got to understand is they know you've changed, you know. The narcissist involved in your life knows you've changed. Even if you haven't said no words, even if you're in no contact at the moment, right? You know, even if they've gone their way, they've gone east, you've gone west, or you've gone west, they've gone east, whatever, right? And you're no longer reaching out to them. You're no longer communicating with them, right? And you've backed away and gone silent. They'll know it, you know? I've heard survivors saying that in sessions that I've held, that they've, because I've often pointed this out as well, many narcissists choose to discard you or reverse discard you because they saw a shift in your consciousness. They saw you treating them a different way. They saw you waking up to the parasite that they actually are. And oftentimes they get very, very scared. Narcissists involved in your life will get very, very scared. And they'll they'll implement, you know, a discard or a reverse discard, you know, very suddenly. It will feel like out of nowhere, and it's to make you lose your balance, you know, or how's a better way I can put it? It's to make you to lose your momentum or where you're at in your journey, you know, because they throw a discard out and they try to reset you back to being asleep. They try and put you back to sleep through that discard or through that reverse discard. They ultimately want to try and put you back to sleep. But really, you don't need to tell them anything. You know, what you see about them, like even if you brought it to their attention, you know, they're not going to be truthful. They're not going to be honest. You know, if you brought things to their attention that you saw within them that indicate that they're a narcissist, they're not really going to give you any clarity on that. You know, the only thing that's going to enable you is you expressing yourself freely and openly will give you some closure from that. So I totally understand if you do choose to go down that path. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Just like this video showed up for you, help it show up for someone else in the community that it may be a benefit to. But, you know, you got to understand, they never wanted you to wake up. You know, they never wanted you to wake up. Whether you woke up during the relationship and you brought it to their attention, or you've woken up after the relationship ended, either way is just as powerful, you know. They certainly didn't want you to wake up to them being a narcissist, you know, especially the covert ones. They're not proud, you know. They're not walking around proud that they're narcissists, you know. If anything, if you got into a conversation with them, they're gonna deny it till the cows come home. You know, if you made the allegation that they're a narcissist, or not even an allegation, if you made the statement of fact that they're a narcissist, right? They'll deny it, you know. They'll deny it. They'll try gaslight you. They'll try manipulate you. You know, this is what they're gonna try and do, right? But they seriously never wanted you to wake up. They seriously never wanted you to wake up, you know. And I've heard it from survivors of narcissistic abuse, you know, when I've held sessions, you know, when the survivor starts to wake up and educate themselves, it makes the narcissist that was involved in their life very shocked at seeing how much the empath and the chosen one becomes a new version of themselves, you know, becomes a completely new version. They're no longer subservient to the narcissist that was involved in their life. They've woken up. And this destroys the narcissist that was involved in their life. And the narcissist knows wherever they are, you know, they keep watch on you. They keep tabs on you. They look out for signs. They're aware that you've woken up. That's why I did say to you, you don't always have to tell them, because they'll figure it out soon enough, right? You know, they'll figure it out. You know, and another reason why I'd say not to tell them is because if you're telling them, it's kind of like from their end, if from their deluded mindset, they'll take it as, oh, you're bringing that to their attention so that they have to initiate a response, or you want to hear something back from them, you know. But if you kind of just tell them in a statement, you're a narcissist, you're a dusty weirdo, I want nothing to do with you, you know, and you don't even stick around to hear a response from them, you know, that's better. You don't need to hear nothing they have to say, you know. Waking up to a narcissist is actually really a beautiful thing. I know it can be painful. I know it can be hurtful. This is someone that you loved, someone that you cared about, someone you had a bond with or thought you had a decent bond with. But really, it's so fulfilling waking up to a narcissist, you know. And you know, this could have always prolonged longer, but God or the universe did not want this situationship to go on longer than it did. And that's what they start to realize. They realize, you know, even if they were the one that discarded you, they think to themselves, they made a mistake. They shouldn't have discarded you, because they kind of underestimated your ability to start to be able to discern correctly and see correctly, and be able to piece together the clues and figure them out, right? So they often regret their decisions for discards and reverse discards. Narcissists will often regret their decisions, because now they know that you don't see them in that light no more. There's absolutely nothing that they can do for you to see them in that loving light that you used to look at them like, you know that pisses them off, right? So the narcissist may have left, but just understand they never wanted you to wake up, right? They never wanted you to know what they are, right? They never wanted you to know what they are. And you awakening to a narcissist is something they never expected. They really didn't want it to happen. You know, narcissists really enjoy it when you're asleep. They have full control over you. They honestly have full control over the chosen one and the empath. When the chosen one or empath is in an asleep state, they do have full control. But like I said, there is a problem that victims do face, is if they wake up and it's after the encounter, they feel a necessity or an urge to inform the narcissist about their shifting consciousness. Or alternatively, if you wake up during the thing, you inform them because you're still in interactions with them on a daily basis, so you inform them. But either way, you don't really need to inform them. You don't really need to tell them. They'll know you changed, you know. If you go silent, go no contact, utilize no contact, get on with your own life, work on your healing, you know, focus on your priorities, focus on your goals, focus on your purpose, they'll notice that change in you, yeah? And they'll feel that you've backed away and you've gone silent. And that honestly, you know, that scares the narcissist, you know, that scares the narcissist. And a lot of the times, like I said, you know, there may have been something, not always, but there may have been something that happened in the relationship towards the last days, that this narcissist involved in your life saw something in you and realized that you were waking up to the fact that they're a narcissist. That often occurs, and then that's why these discards come out of nowhere. So it seems unexpected to you, but they saw something in you before you consciously processed this information that was being downloaded to your system, right? So, but they saw it. They saw a glint in your eye. They saw something different in you, you know. But they, you know, regardless, wherever they're at now, they know you've changed. They know you're on the path of awakening. You know, they know you're never going to get back to that same old state that you was before, that loving, kind empath. You know, you're going to still treat people genuinely and nicely. But when it comes to them, you know, they're a different kettle of fish, and they'll be treated in the way that they treated you. You know, you're not going to be loving and caring to them and open and empathetic. You're going to be guarded, reserved, you know, and they're never going to get you back to that state of being, or at least make sure they never get you back to that state of being of subservient and trying to appease them. You know, make sure you never go back down to that level, you know, because enjoy the awakening process. I know it's hurtful, I know it's painful, but enjoy the awakening process. And I'd love to hear your comments or your experience in the comment section below. There is something I want to bring to your attention before I draw the video to a close. I've launched a new free community forum on the membership website. It's open for everyone to use to build, expand, and connect with fellow survivors. I'm looking at the longevity of the forum, as I should have created one when I first launched the membership site. I'm also running one-to-one sessions. If you want tailor-made advice and me to shed some light on your issues, you can always reach out. The Empaths group meeting is coming up on the 28th, and there is a new WhatsApp and Telegram group for survivors to stay in touch. Lastly, if you want a crisis email support and a plan of action, the links for all I've mentioned are in the description box below. And there's a video that I think will be beneficial for you to check out. Why do you miss your narcissist? So anyway, that video should come up here now. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.